what I've gone through last year in order to put on the parade, the difficulties that was put forth by the city, I decided this year in order to cancel it. Last year was the hardest parade that I ever had to put on in my life.
There's a process that, of course, we could improve, but I really want to reassure everyone that we receive many requests to support many events and festivals. We offer some support.
That was Erica Alneus, Executive Committee member at the City of Montreal, Projet Montréal, of course, responsible for culture, reacting to the decision made by Nicholas Cowan, who you heard on top as well. He is the Montreal Canada Day Parade organizer, deciding to cancel for the first time in years this Canada Day Parade, which draws over 120,000 people every year. So this is a pretty big deal. It's very interesting to hear Erica Alneus say, well, yeah, okay, sure, processes have to be improved. Now, this begs the question, why weren't they improved for Nicholas Cowan? To get some reaction, here's the interim leader of Ensemble Montreal, Aref Salem. Good morning, Aref.
Good morning, David.
So you came out forcefully over the weekend on this decision by Nicholas Cowan to cancel Montreal's Canada Day Parade. He claims that it's just the process, the red tape, the permitting. It just makes it impossible to make it happen. Your thoughts?
Well, I agree 100% with him. And it's not the only festival that we lost. We lost Metro, we lost Montréal en Fête, we lost the Carnival of Colors, we lost Heavy Montreal, Cari Fiesta, and not to name the fiasco surrounding the Formula One 2 years ago. If you remember, we had the Pride Parade that was cancelled due to a lack of communication between the organizer and the mayor's office. So what we're living right now, it's really unacceptable, and it's really embarrassing for the city and for Montrealers. And this is the first time for 30-40 years that this event is canceled.
Yeah, no, I understand. This is big, no question. In terms of, what do you think Erica Alneus means when she concedes that processes can be improved?
They know about these processes, and it's not just in culture. The housing. A few weeks ago, we had this. We went out saying that it takes over 500 days to get a permit to build a house. It's crazy what's going on in the city, and the problem is, Erica Alneus, she said she knows about it. Why they didn't act before? Why we're losing so much festivals in the borough of the mayor? Because the borough of Ville-Marie, where the permit is given, is the borough of the mayor of Montreal, Mrs. Plante. So they have a problem there, and it looks like there is no one hands-on from this administration on what's going on in this borough and all over Montreal too.
Now, you have a long experience in the city of Montreal. You've been in power. You know people at City Hall. You know people at the Ville-Marie Borough. What happened? Why? Can you give me more details? What do you know about what made it so difficult for Nicholas Cowan to make this decision to cancel the parade? I mean, what can you give me a real example of what went on? And my next question after that becomes, okay, how would an Ensemble Montreal administration do different?
David, the problem that we have right now, like what Mr. Cohen said, they're changing their mind every single day. They're changing. You cannot just have an organizer of an event like this one and not having clear rules that he can fit in and find a solution. You cannot change your mind when you're giving a permit every single day unless you don't want the event. And that's basically what I have a feeling of, because, as I told you, this is not the first event that is canceled in Montreal. There is a long list of events that, has been canceled. And the feeling that I have that there is no one from this administration who has hands-on. They're leaving the city running like on automatic pilot, and there is no one is going to see, what's the problem? Why is it so bad on housing? Why is it so bad on homelessness? Why is it so bad to give a permit for a festival like this one? After all, these organizers, they're putting Montreal on the map, nationally and internationally.
Oh, sure.
And instead of helping them, we're just
I understand. I understand the long list of events that have been canceled, but you just suggested, or you're implying at the very least, that the Plante administration didn't want the Canada Day parade to take place. Do you have any evidence to that effect, or what do you base that on?
It's a feeling that I have because I don't have facts. I didn't go to see what's going on in Ville-Marie. The only thing it's when you have a mayor who does a follow up, he goes the mayor. She should go sit with the services and find out what's going on. This is a huge event. This is a big event. It's attracting 120,000 people, and at the end of the day, she has to go down and see on the administrative level what's going wrong in the city. And the feeling that I have, nobody is going to ask any question to the administration. And that's really sad. We're losing the notoriety of Montreal. We're losing the appeal of Montreal on the international and national level.
So what needs to change? Again, I have to repeat my question. In terms of how things work, what do you propose? What would you do differently to make sure that what you're criticizing here doesn't happen?
It takes, just to give you an example, if you're a mayor of a borough, you go with your services, you do a meeting every single week to see how can you improve the rules, how can you improve the permits, how can you help the people, the promoters, or any cultural event to work. That's what we do in Saint Laurent. They should do this in every single borough, and especially when you're the mayor of Montreal. Especially when you feel that the attractiveness of Montreal is it's affected. When you see cultural events are not functioning anymore, when you see the permits with a crisis, it's not working. You have to have at least meetings with your administrative level and find solution. At least go out and tell the population of Montreal what do you want to do to make it better. Because now things are going really bad.
Have you had any type of, since Erika Alneus responded, have you had any type of response? Does the city recognize that something needs to be done? Do you get the sense that something's going to change, or do they feel, well, okay, it's just media being media and we'll let the storm pass and we think we're great? I mean, do you get the sense that the city's going to try to improve this?
For me, I don't feel that they have the will to at least make things happen in the city. Today, when we look on how many festivals we lost already, and there's nothing has been done. Now we're talking about the Canada Day, which is in a week. Even though if they want to go out today and try to fix stuff, they cannot fix. It's too late. And you know what? Having a permit, it takes 3 months before. So you work at least ahead of time to fix the problem. And you don't come at the last minute and try to find solution. And even though there is not even one hope of solution given to any one of us, to any of Montrealers, to the promoter of this event, there is we should improve. But improve where, when, what? Why is it too late? Why it's always after? So there's really a problem of leadership in this administration, and Montreal deserves much better.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Aref. Appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure, my dear.
Aref Salem, interim leader of Ensemble Montreal.